What's up, y'all? It's Larenz Tate of Virgo, and you're watching Leolove.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Sean Clark, and I am the Vision.
And I am Michelle Clark.
Yes, you are. And what we've noticed is that the married life is a lot different from being her being my girlfriend.
Yes, I'm his wife now.
Right. Her being my fiance. It's a big difference. It's like, Michelle's my family now.
I know. That makes it totally different.
And I get to give her the world. That's very exciting. That's super exciting.
But this week we're asking, what if he tried to take that world away from me and give it to somebody else? So the question this week is cheating terms for a divorce? I think no. I don't think it's terms for a divorce. And Sean thinks?
I think yes. I honestly do. Because my thing is, if Michelle cheats on me, see, we kind of had this discussion before we were married.
Yes.
But it's a big difference.
It's a big difference now. We signed a contract.
Right.
It's like a total different ballgame.
Right. But my thing is, if Michelle cheats on me, I would probably try to take her back initially. I would, because I love her so much. I honestly would.
But he thinks he wouldn't be able to
trust her. But in my heart, I couldn't trust her again. I think the reason why we work so well is that we trust each other a lot.
The reason I would forgive him, but he better not cheat, because let's just get that clear.
Hold on, let me.
But the reason I would
let me see what I can do and what I can't do. Hold on.
The reason I would forgive him, because I would figure that it has to be something detrimentally wrong in the relationship. So I would try to go to therapy with him. Mm-hmm. I promised him, I made a vow that I would be with him for better or for worse. And
I don't
if
know.
that
I'm a
happens
guy.
to be worse, then I'm willing to do that. It doesn't mean I don't want to spend the rest of my life with him. So we are asking the question to another married couple. And they are...
So I can't say anything else?
No.
All right. Ross, Craig, could you tell us what you guys think?
Let me just say, you two are just so cute. It's really disgusting. Because you two are just so adorable. You can tell they use the same hair grease, the same brush,
We share everything.
the same lotion.
We do share the same lotion. You're right.
It's Raj, you go first. He always makes me go first.
He's a gentleman, that's why. He's a gentleman.
He's a top cat. Because I'm a pro. My answer is complicated. I agree with Michelle. I think I would want to investigate the given circumstances of the situation.
Right.
What's up.
Okay.
There are deal breakers. There are vows and there are broken vows. So I do think that you should try to work. I mean, you should investigate. But I do think there are things that break the vows. Otherwise, why are there vows? Yeah, to me, it's a serious breach of trust. All right, so you're starting there.
Right.
Then you have to, I think, like Roz is saying, investigating. Is this 20-year long love affair?
Right.
Is this somebody you met on a plane? Mm-hmm. Is this a high school sweetheart? So what is the deal breaker in the relationship that you've made with each other?
Right.
So that if, depending on the severity of the cheat, do you feel like it's going to happen again? Do you feel like it's something that was an aberration? You have to have that discussion. You have to be able to look that partner in the eye and say, yes, this is an aberration and I'm willing to work on it. But if you are the partner who has been offended, whose husband or wife has cheated on you, you have to really work to forgive yourself first, because you're going to be all mad that, he cheated on me, what did I do, and how am I responsible for this? You have to let that go. And then once you resolve it, you have to never bring it up again. And that's the hard part.
See, that's
like 6 years from now, you'll be sitting at dinner,
right,
half the sweet potatoes,
and just
that big sweet potato.
I couldn't look at Michelle the same again. I mean, to know that she's with another man, and guys are really funny, when it comes to their women.
I
care if somebody kisses me in a they handle me. You don't even care.
In a movie, I just want the check to clear. That's not real.
It's not real.
All right. So before we go out into the streets, let us know whose side are you guys on? Are you guys on Michelle's side, or is everyone on my side?
I'm on Michelle's. Michelle's on the side of therapy, of at least have a discussion. I would not jump to when we had our premarital therapy, and Reverend Wilson said, don't even use that word.
She's great.
You promise.
Yes,
She's
the
great.
B word.
Yes.
I am on Michelle's side.
Oh!
You're so smart. That's why you've been together 13 years.
Let's go to the streets.
Absolutely. You know, but you have to, you know, it just depends on where you are, how bad the cheating was, and can you forgive and move on? We talked about that on my syndicated radio show this morning. There's no excuse for cheating, but there are sometimes whether it's finance or you just been together a long time and you're just so used to each other, and then grass looks greener on the other side. People make mistakes in relationships, but you have to be willing to forgive and move on if you really want that marriage and stuff. And some marriages become, because I'm divorced, but it wasn't because of cheating though. But some marriages become stronger after the fact.
After you deal with what
After you deal with it, right?
So I don't think it's terms for a divorce. My husband thinks it is. In a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, yes.
Let me say this right here. Women are more likely to forgive and move on than men, because let me just give you an example. This is what we talked about on my syndicated radio show this morning. If a man have an outside baby, at some point the woman will forgive her husband and take that child in. But if you flip it around,
not even close.
You got to get out of here. If ever y'all need some counseling, talk to me, because I'm good at this stuff.
You promise that you will work on it with this person forever.
Right.
And for me, it's a wrap. It's over. If my wife is with another man,
Yeah, it's power. It's consequences and repercussions. No, I mean, honestly, it's all about what each couple design their marriage to be. All the stuff about tradition and what you guys stick to somebody else's doctrine is what you make it. You make up your own doctrine. So if y'all can come to a happy medium somewhere, that's where I think it's based on, it's on y'all too, not everybody else.
Yeah.
And once you understand it's about y'all relationship, it's gonna work. It ain't mine. It's y'all. Figure it out.
If you had to choose a side, Sean or Michelle,
he wouldn't.
Michelle's side, you would work on it.
So you saying you would work on it?
Okay.
With the wife? That's hard. That's hard because there's a very clear double standard with men and women.
Right.
It is.
It is.
And you know what? Live with it. God bless you.
Thank you.
I would have to say no.
Really? So wait,
on my side.
you could forgive your wife for sleeping with another man.
Well,
You
first-
can honestly forgive her.
First, what I would have to do is dissect what did I do or what signs did I
Break it
miss
down. Thank you.
to give my wife the nuts or the gall to even feel that she would open herself
Because it's a sign
to
of
somebody
something else
else.
is wrong.
All right, cool. So you can forgive her then.
I would say,
Work on it.
what did I do?
What
did I
would you do?
What did I do
Wait.
to make her feel comfortable enough to do
you.
that?
All right. So you
will work on it. You won't just
I would work
leave.
on it. Yeah, I would work on
So he's on Michelle's side. Thank So we want to thank our guests, Roz and Craig, and they're going to tell us who they are and what they do.
I'm Craig Williams of Red Bull Productions, and I am a producer and a screenwriter and an editor, and we have a production company that empowers artists, and we produce products that feed the audience.
We have a film that we just produced for a writer named Manalini
Cometh.
and it's called The Last Piece, and I directed it, and Craig produced it and edited it. And we also have an upcoming piece written by one of our Red Wall artists, Crystal Ferris, and also we have Vanessa Thorne, and she writes music and does graphics for us, and also an actress, and she's also going to be starring in one of our upcoming pieces.
And we have another piece that we're getting ready to produce by a very famous New York newscaster who was on the air for 30 years, and then she retired, and she's coming back with a bang, so we're actually producing pieces for her.
And we're casting it, and it shoots October 3rd, and Vanessa's in that one, and we have a lot of stuff going on, and I'm in a play right now. I still act, and I teach, and he teaches screenwriters, and that's it.
We're basically www.redwallproductions.com.
I think we got it.
Right.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Best of luck. We love you.
Thank you. We love you guys too. Thanks for being on Leolove.
Hey guys.
Get your own lotion.
That was the show. We decided to do a selfie video.
Yes.
We just wanted to try this out here.
And this show was rocking.
This show was action packed. We were at the Urban World Film Festival.
And hold up, wait a minute. Did y'all see my boo checking me out? And I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about Larenz Tate. Pop your holla and holla.
Michelle, you better watch yourself. We had Larenz Tate. We had Ricky Smiley. We had on the Skype check-in. We had Rise and Craig, Red Wall Productions. We had Rob Morgan, Full Circle, for Colored Boys. Woo! This show was action packed.
Now we gotta catch you in the streets. You feel me?
Yo, listen. Do us a favor. Share Leolove. Talk to us on the app.
Yeah.
Hit us up on the fan wall. Just take out your phones, talk to us, and tell us what you think. Make sure you guys share the love.
All right.
Share the love, baby. Share Leolove.
Share the love.
Share Leolove.
Spread the love. So we will see you guys next week.
And I am Sean Clark, the Visionary. And who might you be?
And
Wait.
I am Mrs. Clark.
Okay.